My phone messed up and it booted me right when I was about to go live. Is there anybody out there? What's this sneaky life down under with crime? I forgot to put my teeth in too. We're about to drive back to the house. I'm sitting in front of the Cleburne County, Arkansas courthouse where I was scheduled to testify this morning at 8:30. I'm having a cigarette with my hand hanging out the window before I start up the car and go back home. Hi, Angie's Life. The fog I know down under with love. Oh, it didn't go this morning. I'm going to tell y'all. But we're only a few blocks from the house and I want to get home so I can put my teeth in. I forgot to put my teeth in. Hi, Carrie. Oh, it's okay, Crystal. It's especially okay since my phone decided it would let me back in on the live that I had scheduled when it booted me off of my own live. So I put in our live chat, my phone's doing that weird thing again and I can't get back in and I don't know how to fix it. And then I tapped a button and it said, oh, hi. So I don't even know what kind of signal you got. I may be pixeling and like I'll get out. I think they heard me say hostile. I'll tell you this before we begin the drive. Mr. Lynn, most likely already been transported. Hi, New Orleans lady. Hi, Smashville. I was just waiting for a couple more to get in here. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and drive home. We're not but about 8 blocks from the house. Take us a short drive home where I can put my teeth in, get my vape pen, and then I'll tell you guys what happened this morning. And about the phone call I just had, and about the probably, not for sure, exclusive interview we will likely get with the deputy prosecuting attorney. I know. Don't hate me because I'm good. Hate me because you love me. Oh, shush. I'll flip the lens so you guys have something to look at other than the back of my rearview mirror. So I showed up early so I'd get me a good parking spot. You know, didn't want to have to walk 1.5 miles to get me a cigarette. So I showed up early enough to get right here in front of what you're looking at, Cleburne County Circuit Court, 16th Judicial District. To our right is the Sheriff's Department and the jail. Hi, Kim. Okay, guys, here we go. Ready, set, Pam. You're going to even be happier, I think. I don't have the PDF yet. Hang on. I mean, this is all just now happening. Okay. So, I show up early to get a good parking spot. And I'm sitting out here with my notebook, my trusty pens. On the, just in case they quash my subpoena and I can actually cover the entire trial. You better stop that stop sign, mister. Thank you. So anyway, didn't get any kind of notification yesterday. Didn't get any kind of notification this morning. So I'm like, okay, let's get ready and go. So I'm sitting there in the parking lot, windows rolled down, and I'm having a cigarette, and it's getting close to 8:15. And I'm scheduled at 8:30, and I'm not seeing any activity around the circuit courthouse. I mean, like none. I mean, like the courthouse isn't even open, okay? That kind of not activity. And so I started wondering. So I pull out my subpoena and I double check the time. Yep, 8:30. And I double check the date. Yep, September 20th, 2023. So I double check the location. Circuit Court, South 9th Street, Heber Springs, Arkansas. I'm at the right place. So I called our wonderful circuit court clerk, Heather. And Heather said, "Good morning, Miss Susan." All right, kids, here we are. Heather said, "Well, good morning, Miss Susan." I said, "Good morning, Heather. I'm sitting in front of the courthouse. Where is everybody?" She said, "Did you not get a notification anytime yesterday?" The defense attorney, you know, the one you don't like that subpoenaed you? No, I did not. She said, "Well, around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, Scott Byron Lynn took a plea deal. And I will be going to, after our very loving and friendly conversation, because I live in a small town where I know everybody. That's why I call the circuit court clerk Heather, her first name, and she calls me Susan. Anyway, so we're in a little bit, not on this live because I'm gotta go put my teeth in. I will be calling the assistant district attorney, Daniel Haney. Now, the other day, when I told you guys about this and that I had been on the phone for a little while with somebody, and I sure do wish I had asked that somebody if I could tell you I'd been on the phone with that somebody. That somebody was the assistant prosecuting attorney, Daniel Haney. Because when I got that subpoena from the defense attorney, the first and only phone call I made was to the prosecutor. So that's who I was on the phone with. And here's why we think they subpoenaed me, not as a citizen, not as a witness, not as a victim, not as the family member of a victim of Scott Byron Lynn, child rapist. That because I am a YouTuber, and the day Scott Byron Lynn was arrested, I received a text from the Cleburne County, Arkansas Sheriff's Department telling me he had been arrested, why, what his bond was, and where he was incarcerated. Those who watch my channel and have seen the videos on Scott Byron Lynn of Quitman, Arkansas, who took a plea deal yesterday afternoon around 2 p.m. Central Time, know that I did 3 videos on this piece of low-life shit. Scum that you wouldn't scrape off of the bottom of your shoe with a nasty stick. I can also now tell you that Scott Byron Lynn was convicted in Shelby County, Tennessee in 1989 on the very same charges. 2 charges. He was found guilty of 1. I'm not exactly sure of the disposition of the second charge. But you see, Mr. Lynn was not a registered sex offender. Why? Because the law that made RSOs a uniform, across the board kind of a thing, was not enacted until 1993. So somewhere down around Memphis, Tennessee, down in Shelby County, Tennessee, Scott Byron Lynn in 1989 did what he did here to 2 minor children. We will be getting the full disposition. No, I'm sorry, that is not the correct word. We will be going to case info for the Arkansas courts. All information was shared with me by Heather, the circuit court clerk. And we will be getting all of the particulars about Scott Byron Lynn's plea deal that he took yesterday, that his fucking defense attorney, now I can go off maybe, did not deem it necessary to inform me, a subpoenaed witness, that there would be no trial this morning. I guess Mr. Hensley, the defense attorney from Conway, Arkansas, considers his and his sex offender motherfucking client, Scott Byron Lynn's time to be far more valuable than mine. So fuck you, Mr. Hensley, and your fucking staff. And please remind me, if I ever am charged criminally, to not hire fucking James E. Hensley Jr. of Conway, Arkansas, to be my motherfucking defense attorney. Pardon my language. Fortunately, it only takes me about 10 minutes to get ready to do anything. It ain't like I spent all morning. It ain't like I had a sleepless night, because I didn't. Carl, are you watching? If you are, fuck you. And all of your horses and all your flying monkeys and all your minions. Off topic, sorry. Not. Let's go in, shall we? Where's the lens? Y'all give me a minute, get my teeth in. I'll say hi to you individually. I don't drop the damn phone. Now, grab your barf bags, because camera work is going to suck a big one until we get situated. I'm going to try not to let you look up. I'm wearing a dress. I know. I look cute as the dickens. Hang on. It ain't like this is the first time you've been through this. I got to get my teeth in so I can smile at you. Just hang on a minute. Where are my bangs? What y'all do with my bangs? Yeah, so Mr. Lynn took a plea deal yesterday afternoon. And Heather would have sat there on the phone and given me all kinds of particulars, but she is the circuit court clerk on the clock. She ain't there to be visiting with me on the phone. So she just gave me everything I needed to get everything I need. Well, not need, but want. All right, since we started out in portrait position, I guess I'm going to have to keep you that way. So. Mama, you quiero. Mama, you quiero. Mama, da, 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 da. Pardon me. I just got to try to show you my dress. This is my new lipstick Carrie Bishop sent me. Like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel. I gotta get you somewhere. Hey, Ricky Beavers! Where's my... All right, let me find my tripod. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Because I really ain't got nothing for you than to say howdy. If I ever get this damn tripod set up. I want you to see my dress. I wear a dress at least once a year. You probably just look at it and go, oh, it's a dress. Big deal. I don't know if I can get back far enough. My little crocheted. And it swishes. Okay. I got to heat up the cup of coffee I went off and left. So, yeah, Mr. Hensley just didn't deem my time worthy enough to like give me maybe, I don't know, have his executive assistant give me about a 30-second phone call yesterday afternoon saying, oh, by the way, Mrs. Brewer, no need to show up for court tomorrow because our guilty client has decided to take a plea deal. Hi, Patty Ponytail. Right back at you, gorgeous. Hey, Teresa. Hi, Bama fan. So I'm wound up. Plus, I ain't had no THC this morning. I'm just saying. I'm fixing to. And by the way, as a word of advice to, any YouTuber or, any human person. Yeah, human person. And I am going to go put my teeth in. Never mind. I'm going to go put my teeth in. Ta-da! I got teeth, and I'm still pissed off at Hensley. All right, I think I left the notebook out there that anybody that doesn't know. Hi, Carlos. Burnt Dirt, I think I said hi, but just in case. I forgot to put sugar in it. All right, hang on. We're going outside where I'm pretty sure I left my notebook. If I can get out the door with the tripod, the camera, a cat trying to trip me, a cup of coffee in my hand. Oh, you're going to open. It's going to open. If I have to use my foot, it's going to open. Oh. I found out years ago that if you speak to inanimate objects, especially if you cuss real hard, they have a tendency to cooperate. Like a circle in a spiral. Okay, y'all are going to sit here for a minute, and I'm going to get my notebook, my cigarettes, and my vape pen. Now, what I couldn't tell y'all the other day, or felt it was best to not talk about. Well, that just looks stupid, but I don't care. Let me get my chair. I wasn't prepared for this. I thought I was going to be in court all day with my phone sitting in the car, because you can't even take a phone inside our courtroom. These good old Arkansas law enforcement and judicial officers, they don't play around, they don't mess around. They're serious about their work. Hola. I do not speak Spanish, but I can say hola. Hello, Emmanuel. So, Daniel, the assistant prosecuting attorney, and I, during that phone call the day I got this subpoena, we surmised within moments, why would the defense attorney subpoena a YouTuber who has covered the case of his client? Change of venue. Right. Daniel and I weren't too worried about that because anybody that watches my channel knows I barely have more than 6,000 subscribers. And when Scott Byron Lynn was arrested on September 22nd of 2022, interesting to me that he's going to prison like a year after he was arrested, but blah, 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 whatever. Oh my God, I sounded like Jody Sue Brown. Ah! Blah, 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 whatever. At the time of his arrest, when I did the videos, and shortly thereafter, I only had like 5,000 subs. 2 of them live in the 16th Judicial District. 2 of them. Only one of them saw the videos on Scott Byron Lynn. Anyway, I guess if you are Scott Byron Lynn and you have a defense attorney named James E. Hensley Jr. of Conway, Arkansas, who doesn't even have a staff responsible enough to inform one of their witnesses that Scott Byron Lynn has taken a plea deal and you don't need to show up tomorrow morning. Well, I know I'm all over the place and bouncing off walls. Oh, well. I have a million thoughts going through my head right now. I'm trying to decide, since this is an untitled live stream with no particular direction, if I want to just keep on talking about Scott Byron Lynn, or if I want to drag some other YouTube creators. Guess what? I'm not going to drag other YouTube creators, other than a while ago when I told Carl of Enchanted Crap Path that if he's watching, he can fuck directly off with everything he's doing over there. Oh, yeehaw. Liplocked Nomore had some instant messaging on Facebook with Chip from Mystery Angels. Oh my God. Yeah, after she sent me a friend request and I accepted it, and she kept sending me a bunch of shit and I kept not responding. And I would respond occasionally. And then as soon as I realized that she was hooked up with 423 Chase, that shut that shit down real quick. Anybody that don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It don't fucking matter. Just like Carl from Enchanted Crap Path doesn't matter. Let me just say this, and then I'll talk a little bit about Scott Byron Lynn, the sex offender. I'm not going to drag other creators. You know why? Because my subscribers don't like it. How do I know that? They've told me so. Miss Susan, they have said in different ways, but boils down to you're above that shit. Please don't lower yourself to their level. Therefore, I will not, but I will say this. If you are a YouTube content creator and you are so dumb that you either have to make up lies or keep digging up shit from 2 years ago, like Sniffney Marie and Skeezy and Carl are doing, I can't really call you a creator because you're not capable of creating. It's spelled D-U-M-B, dumb. Carl, Sniffany, and Skeezy. Take a flying kiss at my royal ass. By the way, I haven't seen it yet, but Lise Levac, in a chat room the other day, she said, Miss Liplock. She calls me Miss Liplock. Sometimes. She said, I'm creating a new cartoon artwork, and she calls her by her name, but I call her Sniffany because she's always doing that. Susan, your viewers don't like it when you get like that. Lise Levac is creating, after asking me if it was okay with me, and it is. Hi, Remain Calm. Hi, Rosemary in Time. Hi, Ramblin' Rome. Hi, Kiki Eyes. Hi, Bert Dirt again. Artwork, cartoon artwork, wherein Sniffany Marie is handing her crown off to me like a baton, in a relay race. And then I don't know who it is I'm handing it off to. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know why I'm yelling. But as I understand it from Lise Levac's, the artist's description, it's going to be, I think, like cartoon panels, maybe comic panels. And I'm handing the crown off to some other YouTube creator. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Anyway, I can't tell if it's starting to rain. I think it's starting to rain. If it is, we're going to have to move because of the sound on the carport. So anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Scott Byron Lynn. Back to what we actually do here on our channel. Scott Byron Lynn was arrested on September 22nd of 2022. He was charged with, under Arkansas statute S-14-103, a Class Y felony rape of a child under the age of 14. He was charged under Arkansas Code Annotated S-14-124 with a Class A felony sexual assault in the first degree. As I mentioned earlier, his charges were aggravated because Scott Byron Lynn was a martial arts instructor, and in this state, my beautiful state of opportunity, Arkansas, he was considered to be in a position of authority over the children. Mr. Lynn, as so many of these monsters do, drug it out as long as he could, I suppose. He was originally scheduled October 5th of last year. I think that was his bond hearing. I've got so many notes, it's hard to sort them out. But after we end this live, I will go to, well, first I'm going to call the assistant prosecuting attorney and ask him for an exclusive interview regarding this case. Strong likelihood I'll get one. It will require me either making an appointment with him here at his satellite office in my community, or traveling about an hour to Batesville, Arkansas, where he has a permanent office. I think with my set of circumstances, I will most likely arrange an interview, if he agrees to one, at his office here in Heber Springs. Hopefully on camera. Probably not live. I don't know. I haven't even asked him yet. You know, I was talking about how he drug it out. You know, he had pre-trial, all of this, you know, the whole process, the whole freaking process. And they managed to drag it out a year. So I cannot tell you where he currently is or the particulars of his plea deal. I can only tell you and substantiate that according to the circuit court clerk of the 16th Judicial District, Division 4, Cleburne County, Arkansas, has informed me personally on the telephone this morning that Scott Byron Lynn took a plea deal yesterday afternoon, September 19th, 2023, around 2 p.m. As soon as I look at the documents, I'll share them with you guys. On the one hand, I'm glad to have not tested. Oh, here's what I was going to say when I was in the kitchen and I did the Nevermind thing with YouTubers. YouTubers, I did that video yesterday actually wanting to help other YouTubers, even people on YouTube that I don't care for. Just because I don't like a person or how they present themselves on social media or the same things they say doesn't mean that I would wish them any harm. So the video I made yesterday, I sincerely made in an effort to disseminate information to other YouTubers and give them a heads up, because there are a lot of you. I'm not talking to the subs now. I'm talking to any YouTube channel holder that may be watching now or watch later. In the case of Scott Byron Lynn, I made no statements on this channel until after he had been arrested and the investigation was closed. Yet, as a YouTuber, and merely because I am a YouTuber, I was subpoenaed by the defense attorney. I know how to do what I do on here. Do I screw up? Absolutely. Big time, a couple of times. Absolutely. And in the last week, off and on, day in and day out, I have felt a burden of responsibility on my shoulders for the victims of Scott Byron Lynn. There was, past tense, a very strong possibility that I may have said or shown something in the 3 videos on Scott Byron Lynn that could have impacted, affected the outcome of his trial in an unfavorable way. From what I see for the past 2 years on YouTube, well, actually, I've been watching YouTube for about 3 years, but I came out of the recovering from religion community. Not with a channel, but as a subscriber and a viewer. But in the 2 years that I've had a channel and began observing what other channel holders / content creators say, do, show, profess, darlings, the majority of you have absolutely no idea what you are doing. If you want to go on YouTube and have serious conversation about knit 1, purl 2, macrame, crochet, pet care, how to fix an automobile, how to grow a garden, and you want to put out misinformation on the best way to grow a big beef tomato, go for it. But if you are talking about crime, especially if you are talking about a case that is still open and under investigation, any case, please remember to be careful. Because it might take only one unintentional, accidental slip up on your end for another defense attorney to subpoena you. Because something you have said or shown or done on your channel has a potential impact on the outcome. In my case with Scott Byron Lynn, a jury trial of a man, a known sex offender, whose investigation was already closed and was proceeding to prosecution. So I know most of you don't care because most of you think you're on fucking Facebook. This is not Facebook. Your unwillingness to adapt and adopt an attitude of responsibility is why law enforcement thinks we are all lying, grifting, scamming, manipulative, low-life pieces of shit with nothing better to do with our time than to have a YouTube channel and talk an awful lot about things that we mostly know nothing about, have done very little to no research on, And because you have First Amendment rights in the United States of America, you think you can go on YouTube and say any fucking thing you want and get away with it. When it comes to casting shade on other creators, dragging other creators, dissing other creators, insulting and investigating other creators, going real life on other creators. That tells me every single thing about every single one of you I need to know. And so at the request of my subscribers, I choose not to lower myself to your level. But I will give you a friendly word of advice as a fellow YouTuber. Watch your motherfucking P's and Q's when you're jacking your fucking jaws on YouTube about a criminal investigation, you stupid motherfuckers. How about that? And if you don't take my advice, which you most likely will not, I fucking hope you do get subpoenaed. And I hope you get raked over the coals. And I pray that whatever you say and do in your irresponsible bullshit does not, for the rest of your life, weigh as the burden on your shoulders, because what you said and did fucked up the case. The perpetrator goes free and the victims are hung out to dry. Just so you can get clicks and views and run your motherfucking cash app. This is not Facebook. Remain calm and Carrie Bishop, down under with love, burnt dirt. I've already said hi to all you guys. Can y'all believe I went to the courthouse and didn't have my teeth in? Hi, Roberta's World. Yeah, stay on my playpen. No, Carrie got a hold of me yesterday, and I didn't see it till late last night because I was busy with some stuff yesterday. And no, it wasn't Roberta's World. Oh, I won't say who it was, but it's one of my friends in the United Kingdom. They instant messaged me and they're like, oh my God, Carl on Enchanted Life Path is digging up your past and he's talking about this, and he's talking about that. And my basic response was, fuck you, Carl. Ooh, I'm so scared. And then he has his little minions come over, like from Skeezy's channel, you know, Benny Keys. They'll come over and they'll leave comments like, we know exactly who you are. Guess what, Carl and flying monkeys and minions? I know exactly who I am too. So does my friend, the assistant prosecuting attorney, my friend, the Judge Tim Weaver, my friend, the police chief Brian Hale, and the sheriff Chris Brown. Guess what else? Carl. Ooh, that was a good hit. Guess who else knows exactly who I am? Carl, and all the little pieces of shit that hang off of the dingleberries on your balls. The Federal Bureau of Investigation knows exactly who I am, motherfucker. Because my husband's motorcycle club is flagged by them as a gang because they wear colors. How do I know I'm flagged by the FBI and that they have already checked me out thoroughly? Well, that would be because in the year 2000, my second son was a United States Marine, a corporal at the time. He was in Naples, Italy, serving as security. He wasn't allowed, Carl, to have that, do that, be that, until the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the United States of America, where you don't live, my son would not have been allowed to do what he did had his mother not been cleared by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Hi, where the wind blows. No, Mark, I'm on an Android. Hi, Poppy Red Mustang. Roberta's World. Burnt Dirt. Whiskey Boots 19. Long time no see, baby. Remain calm. Are you going live today? Annabella Sunnies. Hi, baby. Hi, Preppy. And Kim and Carrie and Teresa, thank you for coming over to Mod along with Ramblin' Rome. Hi, Kiki. Roberta's World, you don't know who Carl is? He's Enchanted Life Path. I call him Enchanted Crap Path. Roberta's World, if you're going to go over there and watch Carl, you need a really big roll of heavy duty, not store brand, high dollar brand name Reynolds wrap, aluminum foil. Make a double layered hat out of it, cover everything except your eyes. Carl thinks I'm a crisis actor. He also thinks that I was heavily involved in the scamming of the over $70,000 that was donated by wonderful people such as yourselves to the Summer Moon Utah Wells Reward Fund. So, Carrie? Burnt dirt, why do we need baby wipes? Hey, Shelly Ray. You'll take my word for it? Yeah. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. Get the notification off of there. You don't have to take my word for it. But I'm just saying, if this motherfucker been dragging my ass. He's accused me of everything. He's accused me of having Summer. Which confuses me because Carl also says that Summer Wells is not a real person. He also said Kylie Rodney was not a real person, and he also said Gabby Petito wasn't a real person. Because you see, I guess if you're a bald-headed masturbator, he likes to fish, and he's a really good angler. So he's a masturbator, putting a worm on a hook. I guess if you're a fucking idiot, then you have no content other than to falsely accuse and, oh, wait, let me use a familiar term. Not from me, from another, not YouTuber. I mean, she's on YouTube, Jody Sue Brown, but if it is, she ain't no content creator. I ain't calling her a no content creator. She called herself a no content creator. Y'all, I'm going to put on my feel sorry for me face. Let me work on it a second because I have to work really hard to get my lips to go down. Y'all, I have been targeted, harassed, and terrorized for 2 years by Carl Nichols of Enchanted Crab Path and his flying monkeys and minions. So anyway, if I were you guys, I wouldn't go over there, but if you want to, you can. Hi, She Likes Diamonds. Guys, we've been on here an hour. I want to get out of this dress, but I'm going to step out in the yard and let you see it one more time. Damn it, I knew I shouldn't take another mouthful of coffee down there. Damn it, with love, what are you doing drinking coffee in the evening? You can be up all night, girlfriend. I forgot tormented. I've been tormented. Tormented, terrorized, targeted, and harassed. He's going to turn me over to the FBI. He's going to turn me over to that. I was feeling paranoid, so I was being observed. Guys, I got to get on with my day. We've been on here an hour and I don't have anything for you. Look, if you want to believe the words of a man, and then I'll shut up about it. Rosemary died. Rosemary. If y'all want to believe anything. Now, the thing is I actually do have instant messages with Chip from Mystery Angels till I blocked her. And I don't know if she's alive or dead. So don't ask me. I don't know. You'll have to go ask somebody that's all tied up with that shit because I wasn't all tied up with it and I don't give a fuck. However, if any single one of you watching now or later chooses to believe anything that comes out of the mouth of a person who says Summer Wells is not a real person, Kylie Rodney is not a real person, and Gabby Petito, murdered by Brian Laundrie, was not a real person, then have at it, motherfuckers. Go for it because you're too fucking stupid to be on this channel, I'll tell you that. Because over here, we use what's called intellect, common sense, sprinkled with a little bit of my quirky sense of humor. There's 3 hits. That's a terp tank of THC. See that, Carl? It ain't CBD, and it ain't coming from another country. It's grown right here in my own state, and I have a medical card for it. And oh, by the way, one final thing on Carl. Keep it up, motherfucker. There's a thing called elder abuse, and every one of you low-life sons of bitches out there on YouTube might want to check into what elder abuse is, because guess what? I'm on motherfucking Social Security, and I have remitting relapsing multiple sclerosis. So if you cross a certain line, you're crossing a line into elder abuse, and guess what? That's a motherfucking crime. That is a crime, Carl. Now, I got to give you guys one last look at my dress. Because I only wear a dress like once a year, although I got a bunch of them. I love you guys. Thanks for coming over and hanging out with me. Thanks, Karen Best. I really do only wear a dress. I thought about wearing slacks, like dressing like, you know, more office-y looking, but it's not me. I've gotta be me. I've gotta be me. The world that I see, I have to be me. So you either like me or you don't, or you're indifferent, and either way, it's all okay with me. Remain calm, stop it. What do you mean? Angie's Life, hi, honey. I think I said hi before we left the courthouse, but I'm not sure. I remember it all very well. Looking back, it was the summer I turned 18. We lived in a one-room run-down shack on the outskirts of New Orleans. Didn't have money for food or rent, to say the least. We were hard-pressed. Then Mama spent every last penny we had to buy me a dancing dress. Mama washed and combed and curled my hair, and then she painted my eyes and left. And then I stepped into my satin dancing dress. It was split on the side, clear up to my hips. It was red velvet trim, and it fit me good. And then staring back from the looking glass was a woman where a half-grown kid had stood. Here's your one chance, fancy. Don't let me down. Here's your one chance, fancy. Don't let me down. Lord, forget me all I do. But if you won't have, girl, well, it's up to you. So get on out, girl. The time has come to move uptown. I would tell you all to behave yourselves, but I don't see a lick of sense in me wasting my breath and your time, because we all know you ain't gonna do it. So get your asses out there, do something positive, decent, and kind. If you cannot go do something positive, decent, and kind within the next 24 hours, do not show up on my channel again, because you are definitely in the wrong fucking place. Now, you feel me? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And whether you believe it or not, or like it or not, I truly do love every single one of you, regardless of what happens. But Jesus did not tell me I had to like you. Now, get out. I'll see you on the flip-flop whether you like it or not. That is, what? If you choose to tune in. Sorry if I missed you in chat. It's kind of a wonky day. I'll do better next time. Or I'll try. All right, now, get out. Get out. Now, go. Go.